Hello everyone, this is Jason Fain from Instructional Design and Development at UTSA, and today I'm going to be discussing how to create pages in your learning modules. So to begin, I want to review with everyone how to get into editing your learning modules. What you're going to do is when you're in the build view, select learning modules, and then select the learning module that you would like to edit. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into the first one. Now, there might be a couple reasons why you might want to add your own HTML page, and one of them might be for adding a YouTube video, and also just to give it your own look and feel that we may not have provided. So if you go to Add File, and then you go to Create File, here you'll see everything you need to go ahead and create your new HTML page. Now, unless you know HTML, I wouldn't recommend just starting putting your content in here. What you'll need to do is to enable the HTML creator, and this kind of makes it like a Word document, so it's a little bit easier to understand. Now I'm going to go ahead and give it a title, and in this case I'm also going to be putting in a YouTube video. So this one I'm going to call YouTube video. Now this works a lot like a Word document. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the name of the YouTube video. So in this case it's called History of the Internet. Oops, let me spell it right. And then what I can do is I can kind of change the color of the font, maybe make it a blue for the title. I can change what kind of font it is, so I'm going to go ahead and just select, Arial Black. I think that makes a good title. And then we can also increase the font size, so that is starting to look like a really good title. Now another thing I might want to do, oops, let me go to the end of this line, is I might want to add a picture to kind of demonstrate that this is my presentation of my content to the students. So if I click on this little add image icon, a window will pop up and you're able to browse your computer and select an image that you would like to use. So my computer, and I have a sample PNG, let me move it in, a sample PNG image file that I can use. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and then click OK again. Now I made one mistake, is I didn't give it an alt text. So one of the things I might want to do is right click it, and if you go to image properties, it'll kind of bring this screen up and you can give it an alt text. And if we look at the picture, it looks like a lady presenting. So I'm going to go ahead and call it lady presenting. The reason why you want to include the alt text is that it is good for accessibility purposes, and people who are blind will need a way for that to be described to them. Putting alt text in there is the way to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and that part's done. Now another thing I might want to do is move it over here to the right, just so that it looks like she's presenting the history of the internet. So one last final thing to do is I'm going to go in front of the image and I'm going to go ahead and put my YouTube video in right here. So let me show you how to do that. The first thing you're going to have to do is find a YouTube video, which I have here. And I can hit play. You can see it is indeed a video. So what we'll have to do is go to the embed code in YouTube. It's below all the videos, and usually I leave all these settings default, so I just right click and copy, and that gives me the code I need. So let me go ahead and go back to my other page. All I'm doing is sliding this over, and I'm going to go into my source view to add the code, and wherever my cursor is here in the WYSIWYG is wherever, when I go into source view, where the code will show up. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to hold control on my keyboard and hit V. You won't be able to right click and do paste at this time. So you have to use control V. And now I'm just about finished here. If you have any goals, you can go ahead and select your goals here as well for this viewing this YouTube video. And I can kind of preview the fact that my video is here and my lady is here, and so I'm going to go ahead and click save. And let's actually look at what it will look like as a student. So if you click the action link and go to preview, and we go to our YouTube video, this was the file that we created. We can see our history of the internet video is here. And my screen's not big enough to show you, but maybe I can make it a little bit wider and we can actually see the lady there as well. So with that said, this concludes your tutorial on create your own HTML pages within your learning module.